Does size matter in a state agency? Today, I'm joined by the wonderful Ian Preston, who is an estate agent with Preston Baker, and also a little bit of a guru when it comes to CRM. Thanks for joining me today, Ian.
Great to be here.
Thank you. Does size matter in a state agency? Talk to me.
So the short answer is it's mattered a lot, I think, in the past. So when you think about big corporates like Connells, Countrywide, LSL, they get much better deals from things like the property portals. But as we go through into the next age of a state agency, I think that things are going to change quite a lot. And if you imagine, as AI systems start to get adopted, we're going to see things like automated viewing feedback, automated lead handling, AI agents answering phone calls, AI agents making phone calls and actually dialing out, whether that's hot listing, generating viewings, or whether or not that's prospecting for new business. And regardless of the size of business you are, you're going to need to build and develop those systems yourself. So just now imagine if you're an SME business owner, you've only got 3 offices or you've got 1 office. How are you going to cope in terms of designing those systems? Compared to big businesses like Purple Bricks.
Well, that's the job of the CRM, isn't it?
Well, it sort of is. But the question is, if it is only the job of the CRM to be able to build and develop these systems, you're going to sound exactly like every other estate agent out there because they're all going to have similar types of AI. So my vision is actually that agents will want to be able to customize their AI so that if it was the Chris Watkins brand, it would sound just like you. And if it was the Ian Preston brand, it would
What
sound
the
just like.
actual lack of voice sounds like me.
Yeah, well, I mean, in multiple ways. So first of all, voice cloning. So voice cloning technology. So it actually sounds like someone from Yorkshire, or it sounds like someone from
So not
Bethel.
actually me, because then I also want to chat with you, Chris.
Yeah, exactly. So in my case, we use Yorkshire accents to clone to create our AI agents. But more than that, my approach to
So
selling.
you have, let me just rephrase that. You have, not rephrase it. You're telling me you have people sounding like computers, sounding like Yorkshire people, ringing people up.
Exactly. At the moment, it's still in beta testing. So, it's not live and actually out there with customers. But in the prototypes that we've built, we've cloned our staff's voices to then use that as the foundation layer. So the first use case.
Sorry, foundation there. I've got to jump in. So basically, you've got 4, 5, 6, 7 Yorkshire people. You put all their accents into a computer. Now it's come up with the generic Yorkshire accent.
Well, it would actually be a copy of each one of those people. So what we're going to do is we're going to A/B test to establish which voice gets the best result when they're saying the same things. So not only is this about making it sound like someone from this local region, it's also about the style of sewing. So one thing which I've learned through being part of Greenhouse OS has been that every estate agent operates differently. So how I might want to qualify an applicant is different to how, Carla Ashton's would want to qualify an applicant. And that's the bit which is going to have to be specific to the individual agencies.
It's going to scare a lot of people that, by the sounds of it, we're not going to need any negs at this rate.
So I think the big opportunity which is going to be created through this technology is that people are going to be able to do much more worthwhile jobs with an agency. So yes, a lot of the jobs which are undertaken by negotiators today will be automated to lesser or greater extents, dependent on the vision of the business. But what's left? What we're going to be doing more of? We're going to be doing more face-to-face, Chris. We're going to be meeting with customers on viewings. We're going to be doing more valuations and meeting customers in their homes. We'll probably end up spending more time doing vendor marketing updates in people's homes. So I think what will happen is you will actually see a renaissance of face-to-face agency and a decline of telephone-based work.
Yeah, it's almost to the point of your feedback could be done, couldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And just what, in essence, working the database, making the phone calls, and then throwing it up to a real person to say you need to talk to this person.
Yeah, exactly. So one of the examples which we have live in the business at the moment is AI prospecting using text messages. So we've just seen that there's been a price reduction with a competitor. A specific conversation with the AI is fired at that point. So there's a back and forth, and the close at the end of it, if the customer's interested, is a phone call from the local valuer. So effectively, AI is doing the grunt work, and then we're dropping the human in at the top. But to return to that point earlier about why big companies are going to do better, I think, or have a big advantage.
Because that's the thing is that, there are some big estate agency firms, all of a sudden they're going to have an unfair advantage, aren't they?
A huge advantage, because because basically if I'm doing in a single branch or I'm doing in 1,000 branches, the system design is the same. Now obviously there are complications with having 1,000 branches, but it's not directly proportional. So I think what SME businesses are going to need to do is to actually work together collaboratively to build these systems. And that again is the reason that we got so heavily involved in Greenhouse, so that our individual customers, we can build the base layer of technology for them and they can just plug into it.
Interesting times ahead. Thank you for your time.
Pleasure.